pretty difficult to get a chance to come to the US.
I came to a country which
sometimes.
people had a totally different set of opinions.
They don't even want to give you a visa.
I just found it difficult to adjust.
Singapore and America are actually very similar.
We just have different takes on things, on anything from food to movies.
Cellular phones, the big bookstores,
Amazing range of opportunities.
the fast food, the movies.
You know, our cultures are different.
The day I got off a bus in the middle of the Dartmouth College campus, I didn't know that I had landed on another planet. Though I knew I was on my own, I considered myself a confident and self-aware young woman. Yet, as weeks and months went by, I felt an inexplicable sadness creep up on me. There was a gnawing emptiness inside me. I felt as if I couldn't make out the contours of the reality that surrounded me. Things were so different. I was bombarded with the question, "How do you like it here?" And I often felt at a loss, not knowing what to answer. Some things I loved, some things I loathed. I felt confused. I didn't know if I was happy. Things were different. Fortunately, the international office at Dartmouth provided support and opportunities to partake in several panel discussions. Thanks to them, I realized that initially most of us international students feel like fish out of water. We might have laughed at the official nomenclature of American immigration, which calls us aliens, yet this is what we were. Like aliens coming to another planet, we often do not understand the rules that govern this new and different world around us. To what better end could I apply my love of filmmaking than to speak out and to help people understand the issues of diversity, of identity, and of communication across cultural barriers? I grabbed a camera and started interviewing my fellow students.
Before I came to Dartmouth, I knew that coming here would be interesting.
The whole idea of coming to the US was just exhilarating for me.
Unlike other people, I think I was well prepared for the transition to American society.
I was totally flustered. I felt completely like a fish out of water.
I knew that I would find myself in a very different culture, very different situation.
I just expected it all to be the same. But you realize that, no, that's not how it is.
It is definitely true that people from different countries interact differently. The "how are you" question?
From the first day, people ask you, "How are you?" And like my natural response was to tell them how I really was.
In Trinidad, if someone comes up to you and says, "Hi, how are you?" you're expected to stop what you're doing, say, "Hi, how are you?" and tell them how you are. "Oh girl, well yesterday this happened to me and I'm not too well, you know, my back is hurting," but that didn't happen here.
And I'd stop by and start to reply saying that I was fine and things like that. And people just shot by. They were just moving at this very quick pace. I was completely confused at this, and I was like, why would a person want to ask a question if he didn't want to listen to the answer? This point completely flustered me.
I thought to myself, wow, when I talk to people, they pass me by. Something must be wrong. Probably it's me.
You are left there with those words still on your lips, not really knowing what to do.
So that was a little off-putting because at the time I didn't know what was normal and what was not normal, because everything was not normal to me. Everything was just very, very different. I remember speaking to my roommate about it, and she told me that it's not meant personally. It's just the way that people do things here. And another friend of mine told me it's called a recipe. You say, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? It's more of a greeting than it is the opening of a conversation. So I think that now the funny thing is I do it quite a bit.
But every other time I could feel some great protest just rising in me, and I felt like shouting to their face, don't ask me how I am! If you really don't care, why can't you just pass by or just smile or not? And I mean, that hasn't really changed till now. I think I don't really do that. I react in a very nice American way, but I still feel this is something very unnatural.
I still am who I am, and for the people who know me or who get to know me a little bit more than the average person, I'll say, hi, how are you? And sometimes they'll surprise me and they'll stop and they say, oh man, I have this math midterm coming up and so on. And that pleases me because I think that I understand what it means to them, but they understand what it means to me. And who says that only in Trinidad you can do that? You can do that here too.